had a better chance if they didn't show up tonight. And Miami is all the way to Tampa Bay, which is our Super Bowl. We're home. We're going. We're number one.
We're going to pass the ball. We're going right down this field, and we're going to score.
Over zone. 4-3 set, cap, Boy, the gears in that guy's mind didn't mesh for a long time, I'll tell you that. He tripped me. There ain't no ball players, they're program lineup. Hey, Washington! Big down. All right, there we go. 4-3 set, bravo!
Right into the end zone. Touchdown.
And with me is John Brody, ex-football quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers and presently a commentator for NBC. John, a big weekend in American football, semifinals in the NFC and the AFC. How do you read the 4 games?
Well, simply, Miles, I read it with Oakland the best bet to win this week. They play Pittsburgh, who started fast, has had a bit of problem, and without Terry Bradshaw, I really don't see where they have a case. If you take a look at Miami and Seattle, you're taking a look at a team that played so well in the middle stage of the season in Miami. At the end, they had a problem with Marino. Now, if he's as healthy as it appears he is, I think they're on a par with the Raiders. They should be able to beat Seattle. But Seattle is not a team to take lightly. With Warner, they could come on and win the ball game. And they're playing in their kind of conditions today. I'd say on the other side of the coin, the NFC, they've got the strongest team in the game. They've got the Washington Redskins. They are bigger than people. They have a great quarterback. They have the best coach currently, and they have John Reagan. So anytime you're playing against the Redskins, you're an underdog. The Rams had a big win against the Cowboys. I don't think they can sustain and beat the Redskins. The 49ers in Detroit, that's a game that's rated at 8 points. I don't see it that way. The 49ers lost their best player in Dwight Clark. And when he's not there, their offense isn't the same. They've been able to control the ball offensively throughout the year. I don't think they'll be able to do it as easily this week. I think they should be a slight favorite, should win the ball game, but Detroit has an excellent chance for upset. And of the 4 favorites, I'd say the 49ers have the most to protect.
And listen to that roar. It's a sellout crowd of 75,000 people here at the 75,000 fans here at the Orange Bowl. And whenever you have a game of this importance, each of those 75,000 fans has a reason as to who's going to win or lose and why. The coaches, Don Shula of the Miami Dolphins, a 20-year veteran in the NFL, the only coach to take a team into the Super Bowl unbeaten and untied, versus Chuck Knox of the Seattle Seahawks, the only coach to take 3 different teams into the playoffs, the LA Rams, the Buffalo Bills, and now the Seattle Seahawks. They're comparing the quarterbacks. Dan Marino of the Miami Dolphins, playing today with a sprained left knee, versus Dave Craig of the Seattle Seahawks, up and coming, had a sensational game last week, completing 12 of 13 passes to eliminate the Denver Broncos from the playoffs. At running back, there is only one man they can talk about. That's Kurt Warner of the Seattle Seahawks, the AFC rushing champion. But for me today, the game will depend on 2 players, Dan Marino and Kurt Warner, both rookie sensations. It is on the strengths of their individual achievements that their 2 teams have made it here today. Will they rise to the occasion? Well, when a reporter asked Dan Marino, how was he dealing with the pressure of being the first rookie to start in a playoff game, Dan Marino turned to the reporter and replied, "What pressure?" The pressure showed in the first quarter, for there was no scoring. Not at the start of the second. We join our match commentators, Bob Trumpy and Marv Albert.
A very cool, crisp day here in Miami, Florida. It did rain throughout the night, throughout the early morning hours. The tarp was down yesterday. In fact, even Don Shula was concerned about the field condition. As you see, Miami had the football most of this first quarter. And Marino again hooking up with Duper. And a Miami first down. Dave Brown on the coverage. And the field looks to be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, this is prescription athletic turf, and it's supposed to drain.
We'll watch Dan Marino. The only guy he's thrown the ball to is Duper, and until those cornerbacks get up there on the line of scrimmage and try to take something away from this guy with his great speed, Miami can continue to do this. Now, 22 Brown comes out underneath. He's close, but they can't give him that much of a cushion, Marv.
And it's a first down at the 33-yard line. Mark Duper off to the fast start. Word on for Franklin, twisted ankle, but he'll be back. David Overstreet running well to the 25. Jacob Green and Bruce Schultz on the stop.
This is exactly what Shula wants. Throw it sparingly, run the ball a lot.
And Woody Bennett has come on for the 2nd down and 2. Here's Bennett.
Excellent.
Stop. Jeff Bryant closed it up.
Good penetration underneath the offensive guard. Bryant there to make the tackle.
And it remains 3rd down and about 2. The extra tight end, Roy Foster, has come on. Andre Franklin is back. Franklin and Overstreet now in the backfield. Here's Franklin. First down to the 20. Keith Butler on the stop. And a good block by the right guard, Ed Newman, to open up matters for Franklin. Dolphins with Giesler and Laxo at the tackles, Kuchenberg and Newman at the guards, and Stevenson at center. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter, no score. Off a delay and a reverse. This is Clayton looking to throw for Duper. John Harris, the free safety, covering Mark Duper.
Harris not fooled. To his credit, he was right back there where he's supposed to be, and that's one of the signs of a Chuck Knox defense. Tom Catlin, the defensive coordinator, this is a very disciplined defense by the Seattle Seahawks. They don't have any real superstars, but they carry out their assignments. And I think Catlin and Knox feel that if they play together, they play better than trying to be an individual superstar.
And Mark Clayton, the rookie out of Louisville, did complete a pass early in the season for a touchdown. So Don Shula going to the gadget book. More conventional style. Johnson, touchdown! Dan Johnson. 19-yard touchdown pass play. Johnson in his 2nd season out of Iowa State on the hookup with Dan Marino.
Marv, watch the block by 89 Nat Moore at the end of this play. Johnson out in the flat by himself to the right of the screen. Bam. Just gets in his way. Johnson waltzes in.
And here is Uwe von Schaman. Don Strock puts it down. Wow.
He couldn't get it up on a point.
And so the Dolphins held to a 6-0 lead. That the 4th extra point missed this season. He's 45 for 49, and in terms of field goals, missed 6 of 7 at one stretch, then hit 9 of 10, so he's been up and down. All right, the kickoff, Miami in front by the score of 6-0. Zachary Dixon out to the 20 with acceleration. 40, broke the tackle, midfield, inside the 40. Robert Sowell on the stop. Zachary Dixon was a blur.
No flags. The return stands. Rusty Tillman is the Seahawks special teams coach. Played in the NFL a number of years with the Washington Redskins. And the reason their special teams are so good is that they spend a lot of time on them. They're 1/3 of this football team. 59 yards on the return. And that'll get you well in a hurry.
Zach Dixon in his 5th season out of Temple, averaging 23 yards per kickoff return, sets up Seattle at the Miami 38-yard line. And here's Kurt Warner with a big hole inside the 30 for a first down. Ernie Roll, inside linebacker, on the tackle.
Well, we can now answer the question, does Seattle have any jitters about being in the playoffs? Absolutely none.
Miami has had the ball most of the way. Unofficially, we have 13 minutes of possession for the Dolphins. Seahawks just a shade over 3. First down at the Miami 27. And again Warner to the outside.
Oh,
Beautiful head fake. Little shake and bake by Kurt Warner.
and it's amazing how he can keep going upfield, and hips, shoulders, and everything else is moving sideways, and Kurt Warner is able to get up the field. Now watch the way this offense comes up. One of the keys is Cullen Bryant. Watch these guys pull out like this. All they try to do is make a little space for Kurt Warner, hold a block for a second. See that guard pull? All they need to hold it for a second, and that move, and he's upfield.
Picked up 8, 2nd and 2 at the 19. And the first down picked up by Cullen Bryant. Cullen Bryant played for Chuck Knox in Los Angeles, signed with Seattle as a free agent during the offseason. And a first down picked up by Seattle. They have done it primarily on the ground.
Miami, 4 defensive linemen.
First down at the 13. And here's Warner. And that time, the swarming Killer Bees defense all over Kurt Warner, led by the nose tackle, Bob Baumhauer. Kurt Warner has terrific field vision.
Yes, he does. You're right. Good sense of where he goes, and he's able in 2 steps to build up a pretty good head of steam going towards the line of scrimmage.
5.5 gone by, second quarter. Craig able to pick up, let's see, just outside the 6-yard line. Cullen Bryant on the reception.
To the 6-yard line.
So upcoming a third down and about 3.
Got a big one now.
So far, Miami not able to get to Dave Craig, but he hasn't thrown the ball very much. I'll make this point. William Andrews of the Falcons, Marcus Allen of the Raiders, Wayne Wilson of the Saints, Eric Dickerson of the Rams, and Earl Campbell of the Oilers have all had 100-yard rushing days against this Miami defense. So Seattle feels they can run it.
That has been the lone rep against the Miami defense. Crowd urging the Dolphins on. Cullen Bryant, touchdown. And that quiets the crowd here at the Orange Bowl. Bryant doing it against the free safety, Lyle Blackwood.
In this stadium, playing at that end zone is very difficult, coming out and going in because of the noise there. This is a great job by Seattle. Just a little flare pass to Cullen Bryant. Someone missed the coverage out there. That's too easy.
And Norm Johnson will attempt the extra point. Jim Zorn, at one time the starting quarterback for the Seahawks, will put it down, looking to break the tie. And he does. The Seahawks have taken a 7-6 lead on the Dolphins with 9 minutes, 19 seconds remaining in this first half. Dave Craig hitting 3 of 5 to open things up. Seahawks lead by 1, 7-6. And the line drive kickoff is fielded. Fulton Walker, 20. And Submarine at the 25-yard line. Walker in his 3rd season out of West Virginia. By 1st and 10 from the Miami 26-yard line. Seahawks 7, Dolphins 6. We are early, second quarter. David Overstreet broke a tackle. And Overstreet is off to an impressive start. He's a rookie in the National Football League. Joe Rose, the backup tight end on the sideline.
I've been in that situation. You get your neck stung trying to make a tackle. Your arms go numb.
It's called a pinch nerve. He'll be back. 2nd and 1. And the first down picked up by Andre Franklin. Shelton Robinson on the tackle. 8:25 remaining in this first half.
You see what they're doing there? That's the newest innovation in jerseys. They lace that thing up under the player's arms and pull it tight so the defensive lineman have nothing to grab. That's one of their secrets. Grab the guy underneath his arm and then pull themselves by. Now they have jerseys with laces along with shoes with laces.
All right, Franklin and Overstreet in the backfield. And here's Overstreet again.
Ball is on the ground.
They blew it dead. Overstreet has carried 5 times for 40 yards, so he's averaging 8 per pop, 2nd and 4 at the 46. And Marino is complete again. He's been right on target with Mark Cooper. Kerry Justin, the left quarterback, on the cover. 16-yard pass play.
Watch once again as Overstreet goes through here. Is there any point of him down? Well, we can't really see his knee on the backside behind the player. Nevertheless, it was ruled that Miami retains possession. And again, the cushion that the defensive backs of Seattle are giving Duper is entirely too much. Now they're being set up for coming up to the line of scrimmage and Duper going by him.
And 6 catches on the day for Duper. First down, 37-yard line. On for Franklin. Dolphins running well and mixing it up very effectively.
You're right. Rod Essick on the sideline stretching out his calf. Maybe a cramp. Hard to imagine on a day like this.
Good start for Marino, who has not played in 4 weeks. So one with the layoff and the knee injury. Here's Overstreet. And difficulty getting outside. Strung out very well by the Seahawks. Keith Butler.
It appears that Seattle is expecting to pass. Let's count some defensive backs. That's 2, 3, that's 5, 7 defensive backs, Marv.
And the Dolphins double tight end Joe Rose joining Dan Johnson out of the shotgun. Marino throwing for Duper.
Oh!
An extraordinary catch by Mark Duper.
With 7 defensive backs, Dave Brown single coverage. This is 4-3 speed, and Brown can't cover him any better. What a catch. Great concentration on the football. That's his 11th touchdown reception this year. Last year he didn't catch a pass.
32-yard pass play, and let's see how Von Schaman and Strock fare this time. Perfect. As we take another look, Dan Marino hooking up with Mark Duper. Marino now 9 for 11, 120 yards and 2 touchdowns.
John, first half, seesaw battle. Where did Miami gain the initiative?
Well, I think Miami gained the initiative where you'd expect. The fact that they ran the offensive line the way they'd like to. I think that they are in a ball game that's a little more difficult than they expected because Seattle was able to do the same thing. And to me, there's very little difference between the 2 teams in the first half. And I think with this kind of weather, Seattle is very much in it.
Thank you very much, John.
Okay, Miles.
Miami had the first possession of the second quarter, and on a running play, David Overstreet fumbled. Seattle regained possession, and now they have the ball at the Miami 41-yard line. It's 3rd down and 8.
4 receivers for the Seahawks. Greg Loftingwall, Cole Johns on the long gainer. 27-yard pass play. Johns tackled by Paul Langford.
That's the chance you take from the shotgun. Just a 4-man rush. Seattle picks it up very well. And this is extremely well thrown by Craig, a young man with not a great deal of NFL experience, allowing Johns to run under the football. The receiver looking, the defender not. A reception and an awful big play. Look at there. That's a great throw and catch. And Seattle's in this ball game.
Third catch of the day by Johns. First down at the Miami 13. David Hughes is turned back.
Seattle came in here a monstrous underdog. Their first trip to the playoffs. It is extremely difficult to win on the road in the playoffs. As a wild card team, they're down here making a game of this. They must be commended.
In fact, the thought was their best chance would be to get the early lead and then have Kurt Warner grind it out, and it has turned out in contrast. They're chasing the Dolphins. They're trailing 13-7. Here's Craig stepping up. Craig, walking up beautifully. Glenn Blackwood breaking up the pass intended for the tight end, Charlie Young. There's the situation. Third down and 8. Largent in motion. Looking for Dorning. He's got him. Dan Dorning near the goal line. So Dorning picking up 10 yards on the play. It'll set a first and goal for the Seahawks.
And I'll tell you what, somebody turned the volume down on the orange pole. That's Kozlowski on the coverage. They ran a nice little pick with the motion of the outside receiver, and Kozlowski kind of got tied up. There's a reaction by a Seahawk teammate.
Byron Walker on the celebration.
First down.
First and goal. 6.5 left. Third quarter. Here's Warner battling his way. And the Seahawks indicate he's in. Yes, he is. Kurt Warner has brought Seattle into a tie. And the extra point can put the Seahawks in front.
This is a great job by the Seattle offensive line. They just get a little crack in there. And all the ball has to do is cross the plane of the goal line. You see the line judge at the bottom of the screen. Hands in the air. 6 points. He runs right over Judson, 49. And gets just enough of his body in the end zone.
Norm Johnson, 49 for 50 on the season. And Seattle leads by 1.
Right. Seattle 14, Miami 13, and that was the score as we entered the fourth quarter. On the first drive, Seattle had the opportunity to convert a 27-yard field goal. It extended the Seahawks' lead to 4 points. We now rejoin commentary at the start of Seattle's next drive.
4:44 remaining fourth quarter. Seahawks looking to pull off a huge upset. They lead the Dolphins by the score of 17. Oh! It is picked off. Gerald Small.
I believe an attempt to get the ball to Steve Largent just to continue a record cost him that. There was no way he was open. Their first turnover in 12 quarters. Their first turnover today. And Largent wasn't within 6 yards of that football. I don't think Dave Craig ever even looked that direction. He knew when he was in the huddle he was going to Steve Largent.
Do you think so? Do you think Knox would look to hit Largent to extend a record at this point?
No, I don't think it's the coach's choice. I don't think it's the coach's choice.
All right, Keith Butler on the stop of Tony Nathan, but Craig throwing on first down, picked off by Gerald Small, who had 5 interceptions during the regular season. Small out of San Jose State, coming up with what could be the play with 4 minutes remaining. Fourth quarter, Miami now second down. 2nd and 10 at the 16. Off the roll, Marino. At Moore inside the 5.
Watch this. Largent is not even close. He either did not read the blitz and stop and turn around, or Craig didn't even look out there. That's the first mistake he has made today. Miscommunication on one of them's part. Not sure which one.
It is a 1st and goal off the 14-yard pass play to Moore. 1st and goal at the 2. Woody Bennett.
Marv, as I see it, the lone mistake that Dave Craig has made today results in this. He has played an outstanding football game. Quarterback is the only position of choice on the football field. He clearly made the wrong choice there, and it did appear that the choice was made in the huddle, not at the line of scrimmage.
Very important extra point attempt with a 2-point lead for Miami. Three minutes, 43 seconds remaining, 4th quarter.
What a shame. They play almost an entire football game, mistake-free football, and to have the guy that had played so brilliantly this entire season to make that one bad choice.
And Woody Bennett, in his 5th season out of the University of Miami, he's been a short yardage specialist, able to run it in.